Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here again to show up for myself. Um, and I just want to chit chat with you guys and just talk and see how you guys are doing. Have my watermelon juice. I actually want to drink some right now because I'm kind of thirsty and it's been a long day of delays, of weather. Just a lot. But definitely stay hydrated because your skin will love you for it. And I'm trying to clear up my skin, naturally with the fruits. So we'll see, if I can do that. And watermelon juice is getting me right. But today, I just basically want to share what I've been reading since I was basically on the plane all day today and it was all that weather. Literally every airport I went through, my internet just was not working well. And I just believe, that was definitely an indication that I just need to stop scrolling today and I just need to be calm and get back to reading. And I've been saying that I wanted to get back to reading and just get back to that quiet space of just learning new knowledge, challenging my mind more. Like I've said in my previous video somewhere, that it's all about the mind. It's the battlefield. It's the starting point. And now, getting back to this book that I'm going to show you guys, really just got me like going all over again. So hopefully my phone doesn't die on me because right now I I do not want to get up again to try to charge it. Sorry, pure laziness, but I just hope that it will stay um, stay up for long enough so I can share with you guys. Share some nuggets with you guys. So what I've been reading today is Switch on Your Brain. That is what it looks like. Make sure you take a screenshot. And it is by Dr. Caroline Leaf. It is biblical based and it is a great starter, just to get your mind back to square one. Back to square one, guys. Like to get yourself back in this motivation space with facts, not just, oh, I know I can, I believe I can, I have the motivation, the inspiration, and I want to be in la la land. Nope. There's facts to back up, being positive, just being positive, and reiterating that in your mind over and over again, and not allowing the negative thoughts to get in and sway you back and forth, but to keep on plowing forward with whatever goals you have, whatever dreams you have, whatever visions you have, you know, just just being serious about your life, but at the same time giving yourself grace, giving yourself mercy, allowing yourself to understand, this is going to be a journey, this is going to be a process, and you're not going to just get it like that. But this book is such a good one, and some things, I hope I can find them all. I said that I was going to just try to stick with chapter one so I really could like dive in with you guys about it. But there was some things in here that like really stood out to me, and I just want to share it with you. And I hope that you're able to take it, whether you take it to heart or whether you take it as a seed. I hope you're able to take it in some way and that it grows. That you really you take the time to sit with yourself and to really ask yourself the hard questions and not fake it and not, make excuses, but to really like ask yourself these hard questions. Um, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so two things that really stood out to me. I'm telling you, you guys gotta get this book because it really makes you look at you, and then it makes you go back and look at scripture. It just makes you like say, okay, let me truly fix me. Let me truly take accountability. Like I know I say that a lot in my videos, but it's like truly it puts you in a position to like really like take accountability. But so the first one of her points that she points out towards the end of chapter 1 is that and this is from Switch on Your Brain by Caroline Leaf, is you are not a victim of the things you shouldn't be doing. And I just thought, she hit the nail. She hit the nail like bullseye. Bullseye, okay? It can't get more clear than that. It can't get more clear than that. You are not a victim of the things you shouldn't be doing. Key. Um, Key point is the word you. That's the key word. That's what I'm trying to think of. Key word. I'm sorry guys. It's late. It's been a long day. But the key word is you. And it brings back to that self, that the choices that we make, the free will that we have, like it really does depend on us. And you're not a victim. You can't feel bad, you can't feel sad because it's something that you're choosing to do no matter what it is. There's a lot of different factors in life. There's a lot of different things that happen that are out of our control, but at the end of the day, we have free will, we have free choice. And a lot of the times we just have to be real with ourselves because that's the only way that we're going to change. It's the only way we're going to get any better than we were the day before or the year before or the years before, the month before, whatever it is that we're trying to do. And then the other nugget that I really liked was that you don't have to keep digging into the past to get free from it. And that like really, because so many times, I've written down, maybe names of people I wanted to forgive, because, if you don't forgive, our Father in heaven won't forgive us. So always just trying to go back and make sure that I have forgiven, I have forgiven, I have forgiven. But like, doesn't it get to a point where you don't have to keep on going back in the past? Like, what has happened in the past, it's done. You have moved on from it, you have overcome it. It's not a traumatic experience anymore. It's not something that's blocking you from your blessings anymore. Like, you truly have passed that test. You truly have been through that valley. Like, it's no need to keep going back through that because of excuse me, of different situations that may come up. Like, you're over it. You've overcome it. Like, finally allow yourself to embrace the fact that you're over it, that you've went through it, and you have forgiven, the people that you need to forgive in the past, and you have forgiven yourself, because sometimes we forget that. We forget to forgive ourselves because we look back and we think to ourselves like we knew better. We knew better even while we were doing it. We knew better while we were in it. We knew better while it was hurting us, but we still decide to still do it. And sometimes, we have to forgive ourselves, but excuse me, after we have forgiven ourselves, I mean, how many times do we have to keep going back to the past? We're supposed to be a new creature. We're supposed to renew our mind. And, if we're really sticking to that, if we're really believing in that scripture, if we're really standing on that, then we have to understand if we're renewing our mind and we're becoming a new creature, old things are passed away, then that means we're not that old person anymore. So there's no it's no need to keep going back to those old ways and those old thinkings and feeling like you still have to keep digging up stuff in order for things to work now. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. And I think I think it blocks you and it allows you to be stagnant because it makes you rethink everything again. Maybe you hit a bump in the road in your journey where you feel like you've been dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's. You've been moving and grooving for a good while. You had your routine, and then bam, something happens. And then all of a sudden, you think it's because of something that happened in the past, some kind of childhood trauma, some kind of thing that has happened that you haven't completely come to. But what if that's not true? Because if you've been doing the work to create a new creature in you, then what if that's just part of your life's journey? What if that's just part of the trials and tribulations that you're supposed to go through to become the person that you need to be in this life? It's not about the beginning, it's not about the end, it's about the journey, because that's the person that people need in that moment. They need you in that moment. They don't need the person you were before and the person you'll end up being, because as I said before, like, you never fully arrive in this life. I don't believe it. You're always growing, you're always learning. So it's like it's the person during the journey. Um, so yeah, that's like my 2 cents to that. And definitely just having grace over yourself. Grace is something that I've learned more and more. um, Even just like in my health journey. In the beginning, I was very like strict with myself and very like, I have to do this, I can't think of ever eating this or that ever again. And it just puts you too much in a constricted mindset, and it makes you feel as if you're never good enough and you never will be good enough. And every time you decide to tell yourself no, when no one's looking, when nobody's holding you accounted for, that is growth. Being able to tell yourself no when nobody is tracking your progress, when nobody sees the difference, like, it's a big deal. And you got to give yourself a pat on the back for that. Like, in whatever you're doing, whether it's one day, whether it's a week, whether it's just getting up to go to the gym 5 in the morning, or not even going to the gym, deciding that you're going to get up, pray, and then do some squats, and that's it. Like, it's those small things. And going back to the no, it's like being able to tell yourself, no, I'm not going to go to this event because I know what I'm trying to do right now is not going to help me, go further that way. It's going to make me feel like I should be enjoying myself. I should take a break. I should treat myself because I've done this, that, and the third. But then you get sidetracked. Like, what was your reason of doing it in the first place? And does that reason outweigh, the moment of having fun? Because that's all it is a moment. And then it ends up becoming a habit because it's like, well, since I did it last week, I might as well do it again this next week because I feel like I still tried to keep my routine. So I should be able to do it again. It's just easily you start to fall off track. Like, when are you going to be able to say no to yourself in private and keep it moving without anybody else validating it, giving you a high five off of it? Like, when are you going to be able to say no to yourself? And maybe you have, maybe you're in it. Maybe you're doing it, and props to you. Like, kudos to you for, taking yourself serious. At the same time, giving yourself grace, but taking yourself serious, saying that, this journey of whatever I'm on, I actually want to get to not the finish line, but I want to see the other side of it. I want to see the other side. I want to see like what this different version of me can be. I don't really want to say, well, yeah, it is a new version because scripture does say like a new creature. So like what would be that newer version of you if you stick it out? If you continue to tell yourself no, because then it'll be easier to be able to say no in public, and you won't feel like you're left out, or you feel like you're losing out, because you know the goal that you have in mind. And I'm not saying you got to say no forever, but it's for a period of time, and that's up to you on whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's just having enough conviction in your heart, in your soul, to say, you know what, for this time period I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to keep it moving. And I'm going to believe that from the research that I've done, the books that I've read, and the fire that I have inside me that cannot be quenched, that it's time for me to do it and stop making excuses and just to go for it. Just to go for it. But I really hope that, some of this, took weight in your mind, that it really is about the mind, and it is the battlefield. And there was another quote too. I had put it on my IG, and that quote was, if you realize how powerful your thoughts are, you would never think a negative thought, by Peace Pilgrim. And it's just like, you feel like it's so cliche. Like, you feel like it's just like, it's really not that serious, but it really is. Because if it wasn't, then the situation would be different. You know, if you realize how powerful your thoughts are, you would never think a negative thought. And I just feel like that's so deep, because even in her book it says negative thoughts aren't normal. They're not something that we are supposed to naturally go towards. She goes more in depth of why, it's not supposed to be that way. And if you get the book, you'll be able to know for yourself. But I definitely still want to like talk about it more, and like express my views on it, and give you guys little nuggets, and hope that it'll allow you to want to change those small things, because those small things count. Those small actions, those small choices, those small thoughts that you don't think are a big deal are a big deal, and they really are setting you up in which direction in your life that you're going. And you really are the driving factor of where your life will end up. And if you want more for your life, if you believe that you're supposed to have more, and if you're here, I believe you're supposed to have more. Because this channel is about growing. This channel is about being the best version of yourself. This channel is about traveling, getting back to our roots, getting into nature, loving ourselves from inside out, giving that light back out, and not dimming ourselves, not hiding ourselves, not covering, not saying that we're not good enough, not comparing, not allowing these negative things to just keep on restricting, but finally being free, but using wisdom, and using understanding, and using knowledge and information to like get people back to a place where not only are they are happy, but they're joyful. Like they're joyful, just joyful in life, and that life is worth living, because it is. And I get there's a lot of things that are going on that may look down in the dumps and sad, and the news always got something bad coming on to make us be fearful. But go back to scripture. Go back to scripture in those times of just feeling just a disarray. And remember that, Yah has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And gosh, power, love, and a sound mind. Just really take that in and take that to heart. And even as I tell you guys that, like I'm taking that in. I'm taking that to heart. Getting back to my word, getting back to my scripture, and holding on to every word that Yah says, because it's life, it's living, you know. It's not something that's in the past and it's dead and gone. It's alive, it's living. And the more we get back out into nature and back out into how we're supposed to be, like, and healing ourselves, the more peace, the more happiness that we have, and the more light that we give, and not just to make the world a better place, but to live for Yah and do what He has called us to do, living a righteous life, a life set apart, a life for Him. So, I hope this resonated something in here. At least one thing resonated with you. It definitely has with me, some things that I read in this book today. And I just wanted to share, my thoughts in it, and share work with you guys, and travel as well. Try to make a video tomorrow, but kind of want to be a little bit more deeper today. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Keep showing up for yourself, guys, in the smallest of ways. Keep on trying to make changes that make you better and make you enjoy this life like we always was supposed to. So until next time, guys, God bless.